So this comment was left on the video about the 215 plus people that were found behind the jail buried. She didn't just find him. Like, that's not what happened at all, honestly. Like I said, it took 6 months of her calling hospitals and jails and the police department over and over and over again. And finally, whether it was because he just felt compelled to do it or he messed up, he told her that, yeah, we know where your son is. He's buried back over here behind this jail. And it just keeps getting worse. This man here, his family, they were looking for him for months, and then randomly his name appeared in a newspaper of an unsolved homicide, and the family's like, we've been calling the police department for months now, and his name pops up in the paper. We find out he's dead because his name is in the paper. You know what I mean? And it just keeps getting worse and worse. We later found out that the families had to buy the bodies back. They had to buy the death certificates. They treated their family that they done wrongfully buried as, state property. But I'll let the family tell the stories.
For Mercedes Onachukwu, her big brother Mario Moore was one of a kind.
He was full of wisdom and charm, and he just had a personality that you did not forget easily.
His life wasn't easy. He'd spent years fighting a drug habit and could disappear for months at a time, but he would always come home. Until last month, when their sister, Marquita Moore, saw an article from NBC affiliate WLBT about homicides there in Jackson, Mississippi that had gone unreported. Mario's name was second on the list.
I just broke down. I felt just weak. And I couldn't do anything else.
According to the coroner's report, Moore was killed by blunt force trauma to the head. His body was found on the street, wrapped in a tarp, 8 months before his family ever knew. Then, the second shock. Mario had already been buried in a pauper's grave behind the county jail.
We do not have a grave number. We don't have anything other than basically the coroner saying I buried his body in an undisclosed location.
For his mother, Mary Moore Glenn, the grief is unspeakable.
They put him in a bag and they just dump him in a grave like they're a dog or something. Who gives you the right to do that?
He was buried on July 14th, the very same day and location as Dexter Wade. His case sparked national outrage after NBC News first reported he was hit and killed by an off-duty Jackson police officer, then buried before his family was ever notified. His mother, Betterstein Wade, had spent more than 5 months searching for her son.
Help me understand what that time was like for you.
That time was horrible. You would lay in your bed. You would think he might have been out there suffering.
I'm going up beyond time. After NBC's report, Wade's body was exhumed, and just this week, his family held the funeral he was long denied. At the time, Jackson's mayor called it a failure in communication. The Jackson Police Department has not responded to our requests for comment on either case. A police commander told